What's going on, guys? My name's Hunter, and in this video we're going to be quickly going over what the stock market is and how people make money in it. For those of you who don't know, let's start with what stocks are and why a company would even issue shares of stock. So think about it this way. When you have a big company that's looking to raise a bunch of money and grow at a much quicker rate, they're able to sell shares of stock to the general public, giving people like me and you the opportunity to invest in their company. And what this does is give the company access to a bunch of new investors, and in return, we're able to own a small stake of the company. So when a company issues shares to the general public, it gives the everyday person the opportunity to invest in a company that they personally see a lot of value in, or one that they think will grow over the next couple years. And as an investor, what you're looking for is a company to grow over the next 5, 10, 20 years, and as the company grows, their stock price increases. Now let's look at a quick example. Let's say Facebook issues 100 million shares of stock to the general public. Right now, one share would cost you $265.42. Now, the price that you see here is constantly changing throughout the day as the demand increases and decreases for the stock. So this $265.42 is the current market price for the stock, which means it is right in between the bid, which is the price that buyers are willing to pay for the stock, and the ask, which is the price that sellers are willing to sell the stock. So when the stock's demand increases, there's more buyers coming into the market, therefore driving the price up. And when there's less demand, more people are selling the stock, driving the price down. Now, let's say you ended up buying that one share of Facebook. Now you might be wondering, well, how long do I have to hold on to it, or how exactly do I make money just off this one share? So now I'm going to go over a few of the different ways people make money investing in the stock market. The first way is long-term investing, and this is when people will buy and hold stocks for a few years, anticipating that the company will continue to grow over time. Now, this is generally the safest form of investing, as stock prices tend to increase over time, and you also don't have to deal with any of the day-to-day price movements, as this won't matter in the long run. If you look at the market right now, there are obviously a ton of companies that have grown over the past 5, 10, 15 years, but for this example, let's take a look at Amazon. And if you look at Amazon stock right now, you can see the price is $2,998.85, which is obviously extremely high. But if you go back just 5 years ago, you can see this stock was under $700. And if you go back even 1 year ago, you can see this stock has had a huge increase, as it was trading right around $1,700. Now, obviously, not every company is like Amazon, and not every stock is going to perform as well as Amazon's did, but this just gives you an idea of what's possible with long-term investing and the types of companies that investors look for when they're buying and holding stocks for the long term. Another way people make money in the market is through what's known as swing trading, and this is when people will buy and hold stocks for a few days, weeks, or even a few months to try to capitalize on a stock's short-term price movements. And one of the ways people do this is by looking for strong companies that have recently sold off or pulled back for whatever reason. So if you take Apple, for example, obviously it's a strong company that has been bullish for the past 6 months, but if you look at the last month, it has pulled back from its high. So investors would see this as a potential swing trade opportunity to buy the dip and then hopefully catch a reversal. This style of investing will involve more risk than just buying and holding the stock for a couple years, but you could potentially make more money as the stock increases by avoiding these 1-month drawdowns that a long-term investor would experience. The third way people make money in the market is through day trading, and this obviously involves the most risk, as it heavily relies on different technical indicators to try to help better predict these intraday price movements. I'll go over some of these different indicators in a different video, but honestly, if you're just getting started, I wouldn't recommend day trading, as it is very easy to get caught on the wrong side of a trade. This is the style of trading a lot of people refer to as gambling, and honestly, if you don't have a very strong risk management process set in place, it pretty much is. Obviously, this can be done, and yes, people do make money day trading, but it just takes a lot of time and experience to be able to buy and sell stocks multiple times throughout the day. Alright, so what I just explained involved buying and selling individual stocks. However, there is an alternative that could be a lot safer, especially if you're just getting started. So there are a ton of ETFs or index funds that track different sectors of the market. And what this means is that instead of just buying one individual stock, you can buy one ETF that is made up of a bunch of different companies. So say you wanted to start investing in tech stocks, but you have no idea what companies to look for and you don't know what stocks are going to outperform others, you can actually just invest in one ETF that tracks the entire NASDAQ or tech sector. And what this does is allow you to own a small piece of every tech company by just investing in this one ETF. And the reason so many people prefer investing in ETFs rather than just individual stocks is that when you look at the historic return of the stock market, it generally averages around 8% a year. So by just investing in an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, you'll generally have an 8% return a year compared to a stock where it might even be down on the year. If you guys now have a better idea of how people make money in the stock market, make sure to leave a like on this video. I'm going to continue to post videos on this channel to resemble a stock market course. So if you're new to investing and you don't want to waste hundreds or thousands of dollars on some random guru's trading course, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting videos here every single week. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.